Today we're talking about the 3 tips for improving your ability to break out of those client thought loops. You know, the loop that goes over and over and over again that our clients have. Maybe it's a stubborn belief that they have. That they need help like eradicating, right? So how do you do that? And so I'm going to give you 3 tips right now. The first one is just to ask a different question. So as you're having a conversation with your clients, you ask a question, they answer, and you're finding that you've gone into a loop for, I don't know, 5 minutes and it's just very symptom based, then definitely ask a different question. So for example, you're helping your clients through perfectionistic tendencies, right? They're like, yeah, I really want to put myself out there, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. And they're just in this thought loop of like, I'm not taking action because I want to do the right thing, blah, 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 blah. And they're in a loop. What you could ask is a completely different question with regards to that, and to really kind of throw them off. And then when you go back in, it's going to have a much different effect. So you're talking about procrastination per se, and it's about action. Talk about something else and just say, okay, so like what went on when you were at work the other day, something like that, right? A different question other than the focus of the problem that you're going to, and it may relate, right? Maybe they are talking about work and how they want to, try to make sure that it's the best thing, but they're stuck there. But by completely just changing the frame of reference of your question a little bit to saying, okay, so what happened at your work? What did your coworker say to you the other day? It kind of like shocks them a little bit, maybe confuses them a little bit, which is an Ericksonian principle anyway. It confuses them without the language patterns. It confuses them so that they now have a different answer to give you, and then when you go back and then things start to get unraveled, and then when you go back to the perfectionism, it could potentially change the way they think about it by just directing their attention somewhere else. So definitely that, and let me know how that goes for you. Sometimes I really just do that as well, especially if I'm feeling my clients resist a little bit. I'll go with whatever they said maybe at the beginning of the session that I can remember, and so, and then bringing it back, you could do that too. If they mention, if you're in the middle of the session and then they mention something earlier at the beginning of the session, and you're like, oh yeah, I can bring this in. This could be potentially linked. Then definitely, I would 100% recommend that too. And second, you want to just have a check-in as to where your clients are at. So and you can do this by asking your clients, okay, so where are we at right now? How are you feeling? What's going on? What do you think about the main presenting problem now? Like, what do you think about the perfectionism now in general? Or what do you think about, procrastinating at work now? And that way you have a new form of reference, point of reference, I should say. You have a new point of reference so that you know if anything has changed. And really, again, this is practice, right? This is something that we get better at. And number 3 tip for getting your clients out of that thought loop is to flex the muscle and really strengthen the muscle of that filtration system of conscious information versus unconscious information. And inside our ACH trainings, we really train you to filter out what is conscious information versus unconscious information. And when we're hearing or seeing unconscious stuff, then focus on that instead of the conscious stuff. And because as we know, the unconscious stuff has the juicy details, right? And so by doing that, we can help steer the direction into a much deeper level, a much deeper layer. So for example, you're talking about the perfectionism, and within that, they are talking about perfectionism, but you're also noticing that they keep on repeating metaphors time and time again about being stuck in mud or something. And whenever they say that I'm being stuck in mud, you can really see some more unconscious processes happening as they describe being stuck in mud. Like, jump on that shit, get it done, right? That's what you want to focus their attention on. That's how you're going to break out of that thought loop. So I hope these three tips helped. Definitely let me know once you have applied this to your session. I would love to know how that goes. So first one really is all about asking a different question, slightly different from where you were, just to give that a break a little bit and head into a different direction. All roads lead to Rome, so this is a great thing. Second is ask where you're at this present moment. Have by asking your clients, okay, how are you feeling now? Bring it back to reassess to see where they're at. And then third, just get better at filtering out conscious and unconscious information. And of course, all of these are taught inside the Advanced Conversational Hypnosis program, where you can join anytime. So if you have any questions at all with regards to breaking thought loops or even the Advanced Conversational Hypnosis program, then let me know, and I will see you soon.